Hello everyone, I'm Miss Priyanka Sanjay Latte, working as lecturer at Moa Education Society's Mura Rural Institute of Pharmacy Sone. In this presentation, I'm going to discuss topic that is trial balance. This topic we will discuss for second year D Pharmacy student. Content of presentation, introduction, objectives of the trial balance, preparation of the trial balance, accounting errors. Firstly, we will discuss the introduction. Trial balance is the statement prepared to check the arithmetical accuracy of the bookkeeping entries up to the date started at the head of the trial balance. Trial balance ensures that both the accepts of each transactions have been delay recorded. Under the double entry bookkeeping system, the two accepts which debit and credit of each transaction must be recorded. An entry which is recorded on the debit side of the one account is also recorded on the credit side of some other account. Hence, the amount of the debit side must be equal to the amount of the credit side. Next point, objectives of the trial balance. First, to ascertain the arithmetical accuracy of the ledger accounts. Second, to help in locating errors. Third, to help in the preparation of final accounts. Fourth, aid to management. Fifth, to check principle of double entry bookkeeping. Sixth, to provide information from time to time to the management. 7. To check the entries of transaction in the books. First objective, to ascertain the arithmetical accuracy of ledger account. As has been stated earlier, if the sum of debit and credit columns of the trial balance tally, it is assumed that the posting in the ledger account have been made correctly. It does not, however, mean that the individual ledger accounts are also accurate, since the following errors in the ledger accounts are not revealed by the trial balance. First, a wrong entry in the ledger. Second, omission of an entry in the ledger. Third, posting of a transaction in wrong columns. Fourth, posting of correct amount but to a wrong account. Such errors can be avoided only by exercising due care and cautions while recording posting of transactions. Second, to help in locating errors. When there are a large number of postings in the ledgers and the trial balance does not tally, the following steps are required to be locate possible errors. First, to a recheck of the tally of debit and credits of the trial balance. Second, a recheck of the trial balance items with the ledger. Third, rechecking the total of ledger accounts and their balancing should be undertaken to see whether the difference in totals is due to errors in totaling and additions and balancing the ledger account. Fourth, to check whether there are any items in the books of original entry which do not have a ledger folio. Fifth, the difference may be due to omission of an entry either on debit or credit side of a transactions. For examples, a debit entry of say rupees 2642 has been made in the transaction. The corresponding credit entry has been omitted through an oversight. To eliminate this possibility, it is necessary to carefully scan through all the credit entries to see whether the corresponding credit entry of said amount has been made under this transaction. 6. If the difference between the debit and credit is divisible by 2, it is possible that posting of an account equal to one half of the difference may have been made on the wrong side of a ledger account. For example, if the total of the debit side of the trial balance exceed by say rupees 854, it is possible that through an trial balance oversight a credit items of rupees 427 has been posted in the ledgers as a debit, so all entries of rupees 427 be thoroughly scrutinized. 7. If the difference is of two digits excluding 0 and their sum is a multiple of 9, the mistake is likely to be in the transpositions of figures. For example, if a debit of say rupees 1495 has been posted as rupees 1459, the credit side of the trial balance will exceed by rupees 36. Thus, a difference in the trial balance divisible by 9 may help in detecting the errors by re-examining the entries. Third, to help in the preparation of the final accounts, the trial balance contains the list of all ledger accounts with their debit and credit balance. So, while preparing the final accounts, financial statements, there is no need to refer to the ledger. The financial statements can be easily prepared from a tally trial balance. Similarly, the trading account and the profit and loss account can also be prepared from review and expenses accounts appearing in the trial balance. Furthermore, the balance sheet can be prepared from the assets, liabilities and capital account appearing in the trial balance. Next point, preparations of the trial balance. The trial balance may be prepared by employing any one of the following methods. First method, balance method, and second method, total amounts method. We will discuss for first method, balance method. In this method, all the ledger accounts are first balanced. This is done immediately after posting has been made from the books of original entry to the ledger. For this purpose, the debit and credit side of each ledger account is total and the balance on debit as well as credit side is obtained. The balance are then recorded on the debit or credit side of the trial balance. If the grand total of debit and credit balance tally, it shows that the books are accurate arithmetically. The trial balance is prepared on a loose sheet having 3 columns. The first balance is prepared on a loose sheet having 3 columns. The first column gives the name of the account and the second and third columns show the amount of debit and credit balance respectively. Second method, total amounts method. In this method, the total on debit side of every ledger account is entered under the debit column of the trial balance and the total on the credit side of each ledger account is recorded under the credit column of the trial balance. A grand total of both debit and credit side is then taken. In case the grand totals on both sides tally, it indicates arithmetical accuracy of the book. However, if there is a difference between the grand total on the debit and credit side, it shows that there is a mistake somewhere which needs rechecking. Next point, accounting errors. The main purpose of preparing trial balance is to test the arithmetical accuracy of the account books. However, it must be kept in mind that tallying of the trial balance does not mean that no errors have been committed in the accounting records. We may remember that the following steps of errors are not reflected in the trial balance. First, errors of commission. Second, errors of omission. Third, errors of principal. Fourth, errors of posting. Fifth, compensating errors. We will discuss one by one. First, errors of commission. These errors occur due to wrong posting either of an amount or on the wrong side of an account or in the wrong account, wrong totaling, wrong balancing, or wrong recording of an amount in the books of original entry, etc. It is also called clerical error. These are generally committed by the clerical staff while recording the transactions in the book of account. For example, one Mukesh receives, say, rupees 40,000 as payment for the material supplied. While this has been correctly recorded in the cash book as regards entry in the ledger, Mukesh account has been debited with rupees 4,000 only. This is called an errors of commissions. The majority of errors of commissions are reflected in the trial balance. Second, errors of omission. Such errors occurs if a transaction is omitted to be recorded either entirely or partly in the books of original entry or has not been posted in the ledger through an oversight. For example, a payment of say rupees 1,500 has been made to a particular supplier, whereas in the cash book an entry has been made on the credit side. Its posting to the supplier's account in the ledger is omitted. This is known as error of omission. Errors due to entire omission will not have any effect on the trial balance, but errors as a result of partial omission will affect the accuracy of the trial balance. Third, errors of principal. This type of error occurs when there is a mistake in allocating a particular receipt or expenses to capital or revenue account. As an illustration, if machinery purchase is debited to purchases account and building sold is credited to sales account, an error of principal will occur. However, the trial balance remains unaffected by such errors. Fourth, errors of posting. These errors occurs if posting is done to a wrong account through with correct amount and on correct side. For example, if a debit if of say rupees 5,000 to one Ram Govind is wrongly posted to the debit of Ram Gopal's account, the trial balance will remain unaffected despite a wrong entry having been made. Fifth, compensating errors. When two or more errors are committed in such a way that they nullify the effect of each other's on the debit and credit side, these are called compensating errors. As an illustration, an amount of rupees 20 instead of rupees 200 is debited to Suresh accounts and rupees 200 instead of rupees 20 is debited to Dinesh accounts. All through there is an error in posting the accounts of Suresh and Dinesh. In this case, it will have no effect on the trial balance because one error is compensated by another, whereas errors affecting only one account can be rectified by appending an explanatory note or by passing a journal entry. Errors which affect two or more accounts are rectified by passing a journal entry. Thank you.